Hi guys, it's Miranda at Mother Elephant, and today I thought we could talk about how to turn your maternity bag from the hospital into your emergency kit for your house. Um, this is something that, like, my anxiety told me I really needed. Make an emergency kit, get it together, make a list, look on the internet, find out what you need. And then my depression told me it's too hard, I'm too tired, I can't do it, it's too much. It doesn't have to be too much. um, I don't know why I put it off for so long. Baby is 10 months and I only just got my emergency kit together. We did unpack our hospital bags when we got home, but I didn't put everything away. I just kind of dumped it in a corner somewhere. And when I was going through it, I realized this could be the beginning of our emergency kit. So, my biggest tip for new parents, new moms, is turn your maternity bag, everything you can out of there, into the beginnings of your emergency kit. That's the first thing I did. And so we used our personal hygiene items that were left over. I did take a shower at the hospital, but I was able to use my personal hygiene items to start my kit. There's also some non-perishable snacks that you take for the husband or for yourself or whatever to the hospital, so you can add those. Games or puzzles. That can really be the kind of breath that you can catch. Like, catch your breath, throw those in a bag, throw those in a box, and you've started your emergency kit and you don't have to think about it. And you can just add to it over time, and that way it doesn't have to be so overwhelming. And another thing I did was I started with things that I had around the house. And so, did I have two of something? Well, I had an extra can opener from, they just kind of collect and they get passed down, or you get gifted an extra one. And so I threw that in my emergency kit. Do I have anything that's hardly used that I just know I'm not going to use, but it could be handy? I threw that in there. Sometimes my excellent relatives and in-laws give me quirky little gifts. Like, I think my mother-in-law might have given me like a small little flat skillet for like one egg. Throw that in there. I'm sure I could make that work over a campfire or a, gas, whatever camping supplies we might have if we have to, cook in an emergency. We live in the very bottom of the tornado alley, and so, I mean, things could happen. The reason that I really put my all to push through getting our emergency kit together was because of the rains that happened in Texas. Boy, there was sure a drought for a long, long time, and hot temperatures, and then all the rain hit all at once, and Dallas flooded, and like, it was crazy. And so, luckily, I live on a hill. I mean, my house isn't gonna flood, but what if the power went out for like a week, like it did when it was too cold in Texas and the power grid failed? So, I got together some of the interesting, quirky little gifts that my, like, relatives, in-laws had given me, and then anything that can sit in your emergency kit until you need it. Like, there are a few things in my emergency kit that I am willing to reach in and grab when I need them, because my kit is there for me for when I need it. So if I'm down to my last pack of baby wipes, I'll just come in here and grab this one. It's an emergency. I need it. Give me it. Something like that. And then the way that I kind of finished fleshing everything out was I went to the dollar store, and I just grabbed a few things: a little 4-pack of toilet paper, a little salt and pepper shaker, a little scissors. I mean, it's not little, but it was like $1. Great. And then something that I did, because my anxiety was way overdoing it, I set myself a space limit. What that means is I allowed myself to have 2 bins. You're actually sitting on my emergency kit, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute. But I allowed myself 2 bins, and that's all. I had the space allotted. I had the tubs empty and ready to go. This is all I can get, whatever I can get in here, and that's when I stop. I don't keep adding until there's a second house worth of stuff, because in any case. I also set myself a cost limit. I didn't want to spend more than $100, so I did $100 or less. And you'll see, some of the things when I turn you around and show you. And then I had to decide what the intent was for my emergency kit. Obviously, if some people need to make an emergency kit that they can carry with them, you might put it in a backpack, you might put it in a rolling suitcase, you might do something mobile. My emergency kit is not mobile in the sense that I can't pick it up and take it with me easily. Now, I could load it in the back of my car, and it could take up most of my trunk, and we would have supplies if we were going to say, flee to a hotel or flee to another state if, something really catastrophic happened. Like, there are no volcanoes that could erupt in Texas as far as I know, but I mean, if we got to get out, we've got family in other states we could go stay with. So you have to decide what your intent is for your emergency kit. Do you want to bunker down, stay here, build a fire pit in your backyard and cook over, the flames in your grill? Can you make it work? Are you planning on maybe a tornado demolishing your house and you need to get out fast? It just depends on what your intent is for your emergency kit. And so those are basically my tips for where to start. It doesn't have to be so overwhelming like I made it seem. Just put together what you have to start with. Look around your house. Do you have an extra pack of Band-Aids? Do you have an extra, sippy cup that, the baby doesn't really, it's not his favorite, but you could make it work? It's an emergency. You're only going to get through a couple of days until you can get to better supplies. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, we are fixing to turn around and look and see what's in my emergency kit. So stay tuned. Okay, here is kit 1 of 2, and then there is kit 2 of 2. And so then I am going to show you this list I made, and you can pause and screenshot this or read it. This is just kind of, it's not a full accounting of what's in there, but that's going to be most of it. So basically, what I did is I set aside this space in my utility/laundry room, and I set up my emergency kit. That bag needs to go in box 2. Box 1 is food and food supplies. So I didn't want to put any chemicals in there. And then so box 2 has got like medical supplies and cleaning supplies and anything that I didn't want to go next to my food. And so let's open these up in a second and look through them. Oh, and then the reason that Instant Pot is sitting on there is because there was a mix-up at Christmas, and my husband got me an Instant Pot that I already had. It was a weird mix-up, and there was a shipping error, and the company really worked with us, and so I actually have an extra Instant Pot that I was planning on donating, but I decided to include it in my emergency kit because an Instant Pot could turn any hotel room into a long-term place to stay. I could cook in it. I could make so many different dishes in it, and we wouldn't have to be stuck with what we could order. So that is what my emergency kit looks like, and let's open it up. We're not going to go through every single item, but I just want to show you how easy it can be. So I do have it full to the brim again. Anxiety. But I've got pot holders and puzzle games and a pen and a notebook. I've got some non-perishable food items that I think my husband, myself, and my baby can eat. This pan that's in my hand is one of the interesting gifts from my family. I feel like I could probably cook with it over, I don't know, flames. And there's a colander, a sippy cup, some pot holders, some bowls, you know, a spoon. There's some cutting boards back there. Can opener. So this is my food supply. Oh, and I've got some like essentials like some cooking oil and some salt and pepper. Just because we on the run don't mean we don't like it to be tasty. So that is my food box. Let's see if I can't put it back together and get it closed again. Oh, darn. Okay, so one of the most important things for your emergency kit is enough water. You need, I think it's a gallon per person per day, or maybe it's, no, maybe it's 2 gallons per person per day. Look that up. Look that up. I'll try to see if I can't include that in the video somewhere on the screen right here. Hey, puppy. Hey. So here's the toilet paper I was talking about. We've got some emergency candles. This is a tin of matches. It's just something I found that my grandparents left. So I threw that in because I felt like the matches would keep. And then this is actually an old formula box that we had got at Target, and I just turned it into a first aid kit. And I labeled it, and I included the things that, you know, we might need in there. And here's a bag of personal hygiene items from my time at the hospital. This is the other one, so we have plenty of personal hygiene items. Another first aid kit, some wipes, just some things, some, you know, relief, pain relief, different things. Let's see if I can't get everything back down in there. Oh, this is a flashlight that my husband wanted to include with some batteries. This is, y'all, my anxiety got so bad. I was like prepping. So I got a bunch of grocery bags, and I got this empty tissue box, and I folded them up and rolled them up in a way that I can pull one out and another one will come up like tissues. And it's just little grocery bags, but it's what I'm using for trash sacks in my emergency kit. So that's that. Let's see if we can't make everything fit. Hang tight with me. Alright. So there you have it. That is basically a tour of my emergency kit and the best tips that I had to share for making your emergency kit not so overwhelming. It doesn't have to be. It can be something that you build up over time. Just start with one thing in a box. It's good. Our best is good enough. And it's important this time that our best is good enough, but our best is good enough, and it's going to be okay. So, let me know if you have any questions, and I don't know, send me pictures or videos or whatever of your emergency kit, or post yours and tag me in it, and I would love to see them. So thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one.